Well, hello and welcome back. In this video, once again, something a little different. We have a couple things coming up. Here at home, we have just decided to do the Starlink. Obviously, nobody knows my exact address. Family might. But we live out in kind of a dead zone. The only people we have out here for cable is Comcast. We use them for internet only. We cut the cord a long time ago. For those of you who are paying attention to things like that, cutting the cord is not cheap anymore. These streaming services are getting very expensive. So through Comcast, I think I pay like $123 a month just for internet only. Now, it is the gig service because I do work from home. One thing Donna and I have thought about for a long time is in our travels, because we travel and I work from the road while we're traveling, is doing the Starlink Mini. Anybody that has the Starlink Mini, maybe tell me give me a little insight. A lot of the people we watch, I do listen to what they're saying. It seems to me like the Starlink Mini will work better for us than the hotspot on our phone. We have Verizon. And if you recall our trip cross country or any of the trips we've taken while I've worked, and we've always used Verizon hotspot. You burn through that pretty quick. So in a future episode, I will be doing, over this past weekend, today is Monday, it's February 9th. Over the weekend, I got the Starlink Residential Standard Kit, which is a big one. I'll be installing that. I did opt to have somebody come out and install it. Apparently they use Dish Network to install those. From what I've seen and heard, it's pretty self-explanatory. So I think I'll do. I bought off Amazon a cradle for it to attach to the house. When I do install that, I'll let everybody know. But right now, let's talk about what I did with Starlink. Starlink is $120 a month, so $3 savings for the Residential Max. One of the reasons I don't mind with going Residential Max, first of all, the property. You've seen property in videos. I'm wide open here. Really no trees above the house or anything. So it should work fairly well. It's just Donna and I here. And with it just being us here, we have 3 computer setups. We have, I think, 5 televisions. We have cameras. We have the Alexa devices. I don't want to say it too loud because she'll kick on. We have lots of them, pretty much in every room, kitchen included. So with that being said, we need pretty fast service. So I'll make a video when I do hook this thing up, the amount I got from Amazon when the time comes. And back to the reason why. So anybody that has Starlink Mini knows that their unlimited roam is pretty expensive. It's like $165 a month. And then you have the choice to buy the hardware or, like the Dish, the Mini and whatnot, or now they give it to you. So in my research, I asked, should I buy this? Because, if it's going to go bad and then, you're going to make me pay for the second set or you're going to take forever to get it. The guy said, why would you buy it? He said, unless you, run it over with your car and break it when you're out on the road, if it goes bad or something happens to it, we'll replace it. I said, okay. That kind of answered my question on that. So the cost of the items anymore is not there. The deal they're offering now is, and I don't even know if it's a deal, I just know it's what I caught on to, is if you do the $120 a month Residential Max, you get the Mini, the unlimited roam, which was $165 a month. And like I said, we were going to do it anyway, just for the ability to turn it on and turn it off as we're traveling. You get it for 50% off. So it's $82.50. Plus, if you're on the idle months, it's, I think, $5 just to keep it active. There's a difference now. I expected when I got this thing in the mail over the weekend, it was going to have this pole and, it moves looking for satellite. Apparently, that's not the case anymore. This is a Gen 3 setup. It's kind of stationary. You use your phone, you look, you put it where it needs to be, and that's it. So, those will be future videos. Starlink. So it'll be the residential max that I'm hooking up. Then, of course, the mini will come, and we won't know anything about that until we start traveling. Traveling this year. We are in February. We do plan on doing quite a bit of traveling. We have a trip in May that we'll be taking in the beginning of May, just for a weekend to stretch our legs a little bit. Some things this year on the Chevy Colorado that will be interesting on the long hauls on the road will be the tune that's on it. I have one last thing to do to service it for the season, which is I'm going to do a transmission service on it. It's only been about 35,000 miles, but we do travel a lot, so I want to get that done. And after that trip in May, at the end of May going into June, we'll be going down to Virginia, just east of the Shenandoahs, there for a few days. And then I think we're going to head out of there, and we're going to head to West Virginia to the New River Gorge. Spend a little bit of time there. I'll work, and then we'll do some sightseeing. And then I think we're going to skip into Kentucky, maybe Missouri, mark a couple more spots off on our map of states we haven't been. This is going to be a 3 to 4 hour in-between driving, not like our cross-country trip. This is just a stretch our legs at the beginning of the season. And then we'll probably head back from there and take care of some business here at home before we do any final plan. I say plan. Donna and I this year want to just go. We don't want a dedicated spot we're going to. We just want to get out, clear our heads a little bit after a rough few years. With that being said, the reason for today's video is I do have another thing for the Colorado. Tell me below if you know anything about it, and this is kind of part one of this video. I'll blend them together when I edit it. It is the Edge Insight CTS3. If you have the Chevy Colorado, diesel anyway, I do know this, even with Banks, it was a toss-up between Banks and the Insight. I don't like Banks because I really don't like the small diameter. I want a big screen. I'm getting old. You know, the eyesight's not quite as good. I want it right there so I can see. I guess it's only as good as what the computer monitors in your truck or any vehicle you put it in. Obviously, if you don't have temp gauges and certain things, it's not going to monitor that certain thing unless you put it in and hook it up yourself. And I guess you can do that. Anybody that watched my previous video on the tune, I'm, you know, very mechanically inclined. I've always fixed everything my own. But as far as these computers and everything else, I'm kind of at a loss. Other than replacing a module like I did. The heated seats went bad in the truck. I had to get a module, put it down there, and it was 5 minutes it was done. With that being said, just received this in the mail over the weekend. We are going to, I'm going to read up on it a little bit. Like I said, it's only right. It's only as good as when you plug into your OBD2 what it's going to read from your own computer. Hopefully it reads quite a bit, because when you're looking at these things to order them, they don't tell you. When you type in the year, make, model, engine size, doesn't tell you it's available for that vehicle. But yet, I've seen enough videos that people do use them, and the Banks on the Colorado with the baby Duramax in it. So that will be the part 2 of this video. It's all going to be in one big video, but it'll be the second version of this video, I guess you could say. Yeah, I'm going to read up on it a little bit. I'm not going to bore you with that time frame. How long that's going to take, but those are just a few quick things on what's coming in the future and what will be included in this video with the Insight CTS3. I'm pretty excited. As you heard me explain before with the tune I put in the truck. Other than that little bit of diesel smell in the beginning, and none of you commented on that, on if you've ever heard of it or what it could have been. It was you know, a 40-mile thing. It didn't happen after that. It went away, and I never smelt it again. So I'm not sure what that was. Everything seems to be good on it now. I will say that I don't get as good a fuel mileage as I thought I would have got a couple miles a gallon more with that Duramax tuner in it, and I don't. It's about the same. I haven't towed long distance, but I'm assuming, right around town and stuff, it didn't change. So, yeah. So that's that. So stay tuned. Just watch the fade out and watch me come back in after. See you in a bit.